Fire away.
Tuesday night, one-run games become kind of normal.
Yeah, there's not much normal about what just happened out there. I mean, we played some crazy games against Creighton, especially in this place, and that's right up there with it. I mean, it was just awful baseball, plain and simple. Didn't take care of the ball. We weren't real sharp on our communication. We're very reactive tonight. We were very reactive to them scoring runs. We got a 2-spot after their 2-spot. We did come out with a 4-spot. And after that, I mean, I don't think we mounted anything where we had an opportunity to put them away, and we didn't. Then they got a 3-spot, and we end up, I think we got a leadoff double, didn't score. They get 1. Again, leadoff double. We reacted to what they did. That's a credit to our guys. They did that, but that's just not. It wasn't sustained today. And defensively, I think it's safe to say we've played better. But we found a way.
What about Jake's performance against Creighton over again?
Yeah, I mean, he's a good ball player, and I've seen him get big hits against. Year. I mean, the kid's a pretty good baseball player, and just a tough matchup with the sidearm righty in the game. Does a great job of staying in the middle of the field, and got a big hit for us.
What's your approach in that final at bat versus the one?
Well, our approach is to not let him get the first strike on us, and I did that, which is all right. But after that, I just trying to stay in the middle of the field, like Coach said. He was a sidearm guy, and if I would have tried to pull off or pull anything, it would have been probably would not have been as successful as I was, since I stayed through the middle of the field.
What was the mood like when you get a lead, it's looking comfortable, and they battle back late, and all of a sudden you're in a tie game?
Well, that's just baseball, and that's part of the game, and anything can happen at any given point in the game, and you just got to be prepared to keep grinding it out through all 9 innings, and that's why it's never over till the last out's made. So.
When those things happen, you guys get comfortable or well for the lead. I mean, are you seeing any common threads? Does that happen at other points in the season, or is it kind of a one-off?
Yeah, it's happened. It happened Sunday at Maryland when we were up 5-0. It happened. I will say it happened at Kansas State last Tuesday, but I will say we kept grinding. I liked our at-bats. I thought we swung the bat well. Today I didn't. I thought I thought we didn't have as good a barrel contact that I'd like to see consistently through the game. Their guy was pounding inside pretty good with a good backdoor breaking ball, but I felt like we could have taken better swings. And when I say that, it's because as soon as they score a run, we came out and we were turning on that same fastball. So, I think that mentality, we've got to be a little more proactive throughout the game, and that's something that I need to get a better job of getting across to them.
You talked a little bit after the game today about just the outs that you guys made on the base path this year. Are you able to put your finger on any reason why that's been such an issue?
Still working on that, Dan. It's mind-boggling. Yeah, obviously what I'm teaching is not getting across, and I have to do my job better. And it's just something that's an ongoing process, and I just have to do a better job. And I have to there's just the bottom line. It's on me, and I have to find a way to teach them better. And I'll just keep grinding it out and find a way.
Are you holding guys that are going, or what? How would you explain that?
Ken, we've had the whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle, you'll name it. Miscommunication, bad reads, over-aggressive, you name it. And it's just one of those things where I don't have an answer for it other than I'm not preparing them well enough to do it. And that's my job to do that, and I got to get better at it.
Hey, Jake, in the middle innings, what were you guys kind of saying that you could see at the plate against that guy? I think Coach had mentioned that he was busting you guys in with a fastball.
Yeah, he was throwing a breaker, and we just weren't doing a good job of adjusting. We were hitting a lot more fly balls. We didn't stay on top of the ball as well as we probably should have. And like Coach said, he was busting us in, and we just didn't adjust well enough, and it showed because we didn't score in those middle innings. or get anyone on base for that matter.
Hey, Jake, despite how crazy this game was, can you just talk about the level of satisfaction taking to the first two from Creighton and, setting yourself up to maybe sweep later on this one?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we came out and obviously ended up winning the series tonight, and that's exciting. We always want to win series, so that was one of our goals coming into this year, and we set ourselves up to get a sweep against Creighton, and that's always big for us. And like I said, it's big for against any team, so it's exciting.
Hey, Jake, what's the emotion like for you? I mean, go ahead, hit there late in the inning. I'm sure that never gets old for you as a baseball player.
No, I mean, I think for anyone I mean, anyone would love to get a big hit like that, and emotionally, I mean, obviously we had to come back and after letting them tie the game. So yeah, I mean, emotionally it was pretty good. I mean, felt good obviously, but I mean, for any player, I think that's just kind of a situation that would be sweet to be in, I guess.
Josh, when was your last win?
I don't even remember. I want to say, well, how many years ago was it?
Northwestern game,
Northwestern, that's what I was thinking
Yeah.
too.
maybe?
3 innings or
2 years
something.
ago.
Yeah, I think I would say that's probably the last one. So,
You hadn't pitched in anything but the ninth this year, correct?
correct.
Did you have to change anything that you ate from the ninth?
No, not really. I mean, you still go out there with the same mentality. I mean, you're up by 1 or 2 runs, and I mean, you still have a chance to win. So, in my position, you go out there, and your job is to finish the game and win the game for the team. So, the mentality is the same, and you just got to go out there and do your job.
But is that taxing on your legs?
No, not really. No.
Jerry, you went out and checked on Howell. Was he all right?
Yeah, he just said he felt like his mechanics were off. I was just making sure because the ball wasn't coming out of his hand very well, and we can just see that. And I just wanted to make sure he's a tough kid. He's going to fight through it, but he said he was fine. We'll check it out and see where he's at. Christensen will start tomorrow. Yeah, just here and there, Yeah, so yeah, we'll throw him out there. Pretty good chance to see quite a few arms, but we'll give him the ball at the start.
With the game tomorrow, is this something tonight that you just kind of flush because it's such a big turnaround?
We flush it regardless. We reset, every day, good or bad, win by 10, lose by 10, win by 1, lose by 1. It just, our guys are trained. That's what we do, and it's there's just a lot of things. We clean them up, talk about them, make the adjustments, and move on to tomorrow, because it's back to square one. They got to go to class in the morning, concentrate on that, and then we'll get them back in the afternoon after that's over and have them turn to that page. It'll be a whole different ball game tomorrow, good or bad.
All right, last question, guys. Coach, you guys obviously had a good game with UNO last time. What do you expect out of them next time around?
The same. I mean, Coach Harold does a great job. They're going to grind it out. I can't tell you how many times people told me like we overlooked UNO last time we played them. And, I was sitting there watching the game. Like, that was a good baseball game. Both sides played good baseball. And it was a good back and forth battle. And I expect the same thing. So I just want us to play cleaner baseball. I want us to do the things that have made us successful this year. We've been pretty sloppy the last couple of weeks. We've found a way to win a few games, but I want to see us get back to playing the kind of baseball we can, because we're going to need to do that going forward if we're going to do anything. Yeah, no, go ahead. Do your thing. We threw. And I strike them out throwing. Through. And we weren't throwing through. And both guys, second and short, both covered.
Yeah.
And we weren't throwing through. It's this place. It's like this place just has like a I don't know what it is. So it's supposed to be. See, they're going, what?
It's supposed to be kind of odd.
Yeah, that one.
We knew something funky happened there, because that doesn't.
Go ahead and take questions for the student athletes.
talk about your approach coming into that game and what was successful for you tonight?
I was just trying to keep us in the ball game. I mean, I know that our hitters were going to give us a chance, hopefully at the end. Just throwing strikes and throwing all my pitches and let my defense work.
Both of you guys, obviously, you battle back, tie things up, just kind of a scrappy game. Just talk about, the effort you guys showed to come back and tie it up there, late.
Big game like this, I just feel like there's always that chance to claw and fight our way back. I wasn't really too nervous that we would get back into the game. I thought our hitters had a good approach going into the game, and I thought it was just a matter of time before we found a way to get some runs across.
You obviously had a big at-bat to kind of get the rally started. Can you talk about your approach to that appearance and kind of how it felt after the ball left that?
Once I get into 2 strikes, I just try to find a way to compete, do the best I can to put the ball in play. He gave me a fastball in, something I was looking for. It felt good off the bat. Saw the outfielder go back, and I just kept my head down really and went running. But I saw him jump for it. I didn't know if he robbed it or not. I heard the crowd cheer, but it felt good off the bat. So I was excited.
How's your stance feel? Have you changed it at all since you got to campus?
I've always, on 2-strike approach, got wide and took away my stride and just try to shorten up and keep the ball, put the ball in the middle of the field. So it's always something that I've done.
One of the response to the dugout, do you guys feel like that kind of lit a fire and was able to kind of get you guys back on the right track?
Yeah, we were just waiting for that one moment. I feel like, I mean, whether it was that or another base hit, I just feel like we were there. It was just a matter of time before the tip of the iceberg went down and we found a way to get back into that game. It just happened to be a home run, but whether it was a hit or a single, I think that really would have got our team going.
Both you guys wanted to come out a little more aggressive tonight than the last time you faced these guys. Looked like it took maybe about 3 or 4 innings for that to kind of kick in. I guess, did you guys feel that maybe you were a little tentative?
At first, I thought the first inning, I thought we were doing pretty well, and then obviously things kind of went downhill a little from there. Not really sure what all happened. I was in the bullpen, but it just.
Yeah, like you said, I thought we came out really strong. We played 9 innings, and the 2nd through 4th inning were kind of just really down innings. And against a team like Nebraska, we can't allow that to happen. So we came out strong. We just need to find a way to keep that through all 9 innings.
Connor, you pitched 4+ innings, but you didn't throw a lot of pitches tonight. How soon can you come back from this weekend?
I'm fine right now, honestly. My arm feels good. I'll be ready to go whenever.
2 more questions for student athletes.
I guess both of you guys, obviously, big weekend coming up. Talk a little bit about what you guys got to do against St. John's.
We definitely need to make a statement here. Find a way, get that first win, especially in the Friday. That'll set the tone early. I think, like our approach today, we need to come out aggressive and find a way to put on some runs early and try not to look back.
Yeah, I agree. It's a big weekend for us. St. John's is obviously a pretty good team, and we really need to come out and have a good series and really set us up for the end of the season.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Coach Service, go up. Coach, ask you to begin with an opening statement.
Yeah, definitely not the start we were hoping for. I'm not sure what that start was, to be honest with you, but our pitchers got to learn to throw more strikes. That was disappointing. But after the 4th inning, I give our guys a lot of credit for coming back. It didn't look like we had many opportunities against their pitching staff. They don't give up a lot of runs. When you fall behind 6-2, it didn't look very hopeful, but I give our guys a lot of credit. That's kind of how they play. They're pretty resilient, and they fight through a lot of things, but, very disappointing with the start of that game.
Talked about leading up to this game, how you were kind of disappointed with the way they responded to, the atmosphere of the game, down in Lincoln. I guess what was the difference tonight, how you guys were able to respond once you got down that field?
Well, there wasn't much difference the first 3 innings. and then I think tendency for the other team, Nebraska, that had to lead, they kind of backed off a little bit. They made some easy outs. Connor kept us in the game. He did a great job in giving us a chance. And then once Harrison hit the home run, that energized the dugout. And they thought, hey, we got an opportunity here. And then all of a sudden, bam, we're right back into it. So, again, you have to give our guys a lot of credit because it wasn't very hopeful after that third inning when they put a 4-spot up to take a 6-2 lead. We were already deep into our pen. I wasn't sure how we were going to get through the rest of the game with the amount of arms we had left. And, they started to play what they're capable of playing like. We just gotta understand, when you play quality teams, though, you can't run out 5 innings and expect to win a game. You got to play the complete game.
We preach about throwing strikes over and over and over again. Yet sometimes you get in these games, these big games, and guys have trouble. Is it just nerves? Is it lack of composure? Is it?
It's a combination of a lot of stuff. And Jeff's pitched in this game, multiple times, and he pitched 5+ innings last year as a freshman. We expect more out of him. He expects more out of himself. Again, we know Nebraska's going to get 8, 9, or 10 hits a game. That's a given. It's the other stuff that'll make or break the game. And it wasn't the hits they got that won the game. It was the stuff we gave them. So that's the stuff we preach about the day they come on campus in August, is we're trying to prevent ways of losing games. And we lost that game tonight. And you can't give up 2 runs without giving up a hit in the second inning and expect to beat teams like this. So, we got some work to do. We pitched the heck out of the baseball this weekend, and we did just the opposite tonight.
Do you think you put some pressure on them to bring their fielding troubles?
Their fielding issues. We hit a couple balls. I'll give that second baseman, that took a tough hop on that ball that went between his legs. That took a tough hop. He's a good player. I'm sure Coach wasn't crazy about the catcher throwing down in that situation that created that extra run. I'm sure he would have liked to have had that play over. But that hop on that ball that our catcher hit up the middle, that's a tough play for anybody. So we like to, we have to be aggressive against teams like this. I think it might have had something to do with it, but that's a tough play for that guy to make.
Given the trouble you had throwing strikes early, talk about what Connor did kind of stay.
Oh, he was tremendous. He was tremendous tonight. He gave us a chance. That thing could have got away from us in a hurry. It could have been 8-2, 9-2 before we even thought about it, but he gave us a great chance. And he's done that multiple times. And, if I had to do it all over again, I probably should have started him. But it's always easy to look back. And I just felt those other 2 guys would have given us a good opportunity. But Connor's got a lot of poise. For a guy that's a first-year player in our program, he's really pitched well here the last several weeks.
What did you see that he was doing that kind of kept them off balance?
Well,
Strike out a lot.
he could throw 2 pitches for strikes, and our other 2 guys couldn't. They were 1-pitch guys, and Nebraska's pretty observant. They could figure that part out. But Connor could mix in another pitch, and they threw the pitch down. He threw some strikes down, and where the other 2 guys, when they did throw strikes, were elevating the ball. So I don't think Connor did anything that was unusual. He just was able to get a secondary pitch over for a strike.
Coach, you guys battle back, the tie if they were late, all that energy that you exude to get there, and then to lose a game like that on a decent late. What's the frustration level for these guys? How do they bounce back?
Well, yeah, they should be disappointed, and I hope they are. I hope they're disappointed all night. I hope it gnaws at them a little bit tonight. I hope it gnaws at them a little bit tomorrow. And then when we come to practice tomorrow at 3:30, we'll let it go. And we'll turn the page and we'll go down to St. John's. But I don't want games like this just to be forgotten about in 5 minutes. These are important opportunities for us. And we talked about it before the game. And I'm not going to let it go for a while either. Because if you do, then I don't think it means that much to you. So this is going to sit with them for a while. I hope it does. And tomorrow afternoon, we'll turn the page. We'll get down to St. John's. But we learned some real important lessons tonight. Starting the game, We had a miscommunication in the ninth inning that caused us an extra base hit by Nebraska. We got to clean that stuff up. But you play these games to prepare for your weekends. And this game will do a lot for us in our preparation for this weekend.
Talk a little bit about expectations for St. John's here, obviously, big series.
Well, St. John's returns the whole team. This is, and we played well against St. John's last year, and they know that. But they're a veteran team. It's up and down the lineup, juniors and seniors. And for some of us, it'll be their first time. I think we've got to have a good rivalry with St. John's. I'm impressed with how they go about their business. I think they're the best team in the league. And if we want to be the best, we got to get them. And the good thing is they're coming to our place. None of them have played in TD Ameritrade before. It's a different ballpark. It's interesting. I know some of the Nebraska hitters are probably frustrated the first 2 or 3 innings when they hit balls hard, and they seem to go right to the glove of the outfielder. But St. John's has a very veteran offensive team, and we got to find a way to slow them down. And they have a lot of left-handed bats, very similar to what we saw tonight with Nebraska. So we got to find some left-handed arms that can neutralize those left-handed bats.